let's take a look at how the two sides line up this evening. The good news for Adelaide fans is that Emily Condon is back. The bad news is that Fiona Wirtz is out with an injury that is expected to keep her out for about a fortnight. That is the only change in the starting 11 from last week. A little bit of a shuffle on the bench, however, with Sian Dewey returning to the matchday squad after young Matilda's duty, and young goalkeeper Alona Malag rewarded for her hard work with a spot amongst the reserves. Special occasion for Matilda McNamara, game number 50 today. The 26-year-old Adelaide City junior started her Ninja A-League career all the way back in 2015 before going off to play for AGF Aarhus in Denmark in 2022, the year that she earned her lone Matildas cap against Thailand. She's come back to Adelaide this season as part of a much improved defensive line and will hope to continue that form for the rest of the season. Meanwhile, two changes for the Central Coast Mariners, with Shay Evans and Jessica Seaman coming into the starting lineup, replacing Annalise Rasmussen and Tess Quilligan respectively. Evans scored a dramatic winner against Canberra United earlier this season. She'll be hoping to repeat that feat against Adelaide as she spearheads the attack today. There's Annabelle Martin, the Mariners' stand-in captain, while Bianchi Galich remains unavailable with injury. She actually holds the unwanted stat of having the most amount of games played for any active player without scoring a goal. That won't matter to her today, though. She can help her team to a clean sheet and help to create chances up top as well. The players getting ready in their huddles, and there is Adrian Stenser. At what point does the Adelaide United coach begin to wonder about finals? There's still a little way to go until Adelaide confirm their second ever finals campaign, but they've begun to break away from the pack. Stenser was at the helm then too. It'll become more and more difficult for him and his players to focus on one game at a time as the end of the season draws closer. There is our central official for this afternoon, Isabella Cooper. She's assisted by Paula Orlandi and Ellie Seaton. The fourth official today is Daniel Cook. There is Emily Husband. Well, the Mariners have made a name for themselves as a sturdy defensive team, playing above the sum of their parts. However, they need to win today to stave off the top six challenge of Canberra and those below them, and to do that, they need to score goals. Perhaps Husband's English compatriots Jade Pennick and Brooke Nunn would be the players to get the job done today. Well, the Mariners, they're ready at Coopers Stadium. It is a huge game for them. They'll be looking over their shoulder. They don't want to drop out of this top six. They've had their injury troubles, as most teams have. But Adelaide United are as tough an assignment as they come at the moment. Ella Tonkin there wearing the captain's armband, scored last week. And more importantly, is such a solid defensive presence. Jake Pennick will be up against Tonkin today, no doubt. Matilda McNamara hoping to keep a clean sheet for her 50th appearance in the league. So underway in Adelaide, it is the visiting Mariners side who kicks this off. The Mariners need a win here to arrest a little bit of a dip in form and to maintain their place in the top six. Adelaide United looking to continue to put the pressure on Melbourne Victory and Melbourne City above them, and perhaps even continue to create history of their own. It's the Mariners on the attack early through Peter Trimmis, the young Matilda. And it's cut out well though by Adelaide. Healy, ball up top immediately for Zorba. There's that form for Adelaide, unbeaten in 10. An incredibly difficult team to play at the moment. The Mariners coming off consecutive defeats. So the form line's looking different between these two sides. But we know on their day, not only are the Mariners a very challenging side to play, they're a very challenging side to beat. To maintain that aura about them for the rest of the season if they're to pick up the points that they need to make finals for the second consecutive year after returning to the competition. Tay Evans starting today. On the ball now. Playing it central to Tanik. Evans has an opportunity to put a ball in. Looking for Trimmers. Peter Trimmers! A bit of an air swing. It'll come back to Gomez, who strikes at the near post. It's saved by Jenkins. Elizabeth Gomez, she scored last week on her starting return from injury. Was looking to make it a consecutive goal, but Trimmers there really would have been hoping to do better at the first time of asking. It was great work from Evans to put the ball in. Just an early warning shot there for Adelaide. Here is Condon, back in the starting side today. In midfield, a massive boost for Adelaide, as she always is. Really brought to ground by Gomez. Erin Healy, American form she's been in this season. Gomez just making sure that she couldn't get away from her there. Was revealed this week in an article on the A-League's website that Erin Healy has dual citizenship with the United States and also Ireland, so perhaps representing Ireland in the future is something that's very much on her agenda. Given the incredible form she's been in this competition, it's certainly a goal that she may well reach. Couldn't reach that free kick though, for a goal kick. Healy, 5 goals in her 15 games so far this season, but that doesn't tell the full story. When she gets off and running, Erin Healy, she's very difficult to stop. Has a kind of languid running style that we'll see out there today. Gomez straight into the action. There was a little bit of concern last game. Gomez, she went off with what looked like an injury to the opposite knee to the one that kept her out for the majority of the season so far. She is back starting today, which is excellent news. High interception here for Adelaide. Healy trying to play it through to Zorba, but Zorba was offside. Smart work from the Mariners' defence. Seven goals so far this season for Zorba, 25 years of age. She has played overseas. Chelsea Dorba had a stint at the Chicago Red Stars and also played in Sweden for Norrköping. But when she has been in the A-League Women's, she has been an Adelaide United player. This midfield battle already heating up a little bit, and Gomez once again involved. That is one of the things that made her so crucial to the Mariners' early success this season and last season as well. Her combativeness in midfield. Wins a lot of duels in there. Just getting it talking to from referee Isabella Cooper though in his early stages. To be careful not to get herself in the book too early. Leon. Cross in, dangerous, it's headed away just by Seaman. Come Adelaide again. Dorba trying to thread the needle through to Healy. Erin Healy trying to get past Nash and out for the first corner of the evening. This link up between Dorba and Healy has been one of the biggest reasons for Adelaide's success this season. Condon as well, Fiona Words, who's out this week. All 4 of them could be fit and on the pitch at the same time. My goodness, but we've seen that so rarely. Here's the corner, delivered. Leon taking a swing, couldn't get the shot away. She did score a brace last week. Leon. Gomez again straight into the action, just popped an accidental ball to the face there, it looks like. Sarah Morgan trying to put it back into the mixer, but Izzy Gomez was in the road. She's okay, back to her feet. Ball over the top that found Annabelle Martin, but Martin not able to get the first touch that was required to keep it under her control. Gomez touching around McNamara. Will come out to Rowe, strike from distance, straight into the breadbasket of Jenkins. Sarah Rowe, the former Irish international, represented Ireland back in 2015, has since played AFLW for Collingwood and also Gaelic football. A multi-sport athlete. This is her second stint in the A-League Women's after playing a couple of games for Melbourne Victory back in 2022-23. Seaman doing well there to ensure the ball goes out of play. Injury replacement signing for the Mariners was Jessica Seaman, the 34-year-old. They've had some troubles in defence, the Mariners, despite having a phenomenal defensive record. Losing Ash Irwin and then Taryn King last season means that they're short a centre-back. So Taylor Raitt has been playing there for most of this season. The erstwhile midfielder. He's done a good job. Again, the Mariners, their defensive record is superb, but they're doing it almost without a centre-back. Erin Healy driving forward, her ball in, headed away. Now Evans is off and chasing. She won't get there that time. Mariners beginning to apply the pressure when Adelaide are on the ball. Nunn trying to twist and turn away from Healy, does well to earn a foul. She is a live wire, Brooke Nunn, 32-year-old from England. Only 2 goals this season, but when she gets off and running, she's very difficult to deal with. Gomez turning away from Morgan, who's Pennick. Damara wins the duel. Now the Mariners again. Gomez again central to everything at the moment for the Mariners. Whether it's committing fouls, winning the ball in midfield, that's what she does. And that's what's made her such an important player to this side. Trimis. Peter Trimis's ball, finding Martin. Annabelle Martin was offside, so the opportunity allowed to go no further. Well, it was a line call. She did look offside on that replay, not by much. It was good work from Peter Trimmers to play her in that ball. Ball over the top will go all the way through to Langman. In theory, the Mariners that seem the more comfortable on the ball out of the two sides. The Mariners, in fact, have the second highest pass completion percentage in the competition behind the undefeated Melbourne City. And it complements their playing style well. They tend to be slow and steady. They don't concede a lot of goals. They don't score a lot of goals either. Adelaide, a little bit more direct. They're middle of the road in that pass completion stat. If you ask any of the players what they'll say the secret to their success has been is that attacking flair, the freedom to play expressively, and sometimes that does mean the long balls or the more direct play. It's only been very, very effective for them in this season. Evans' ball. Pinnock was lurking, but McNamara alert to the danger. Sonkin, clearance only as far as Evans. He'll win a throw. Evans making herself busy in these early exchanges. He scored 1 goal for the Mariners in her 25-game stint. That was that dramatic winner against Canberra. Here's the ball delivered in. Jenkins able to flame. You talk about breakout seasons. Claudia Jenkins, 26 years of age. First season she's had as a first-choice keeper in this competition, and hasn't she impressed? Look, none. Shot from distance, none! Jenkins takes it around the post. Oh, Brooke Nunn had eyes for the top corner of the goal. And Jenkins had to be good with the save. Whether or not it was flying wide, it was close enough that Jenkins was concerned enough about it. And she had to get that touch. And the Mariners now, set piece opportunity for them. Ray delivers. It's met by the head of a defender. Adelaide perhaps a chance to counter, although no one remaining forward. Adelaide with a little bit more possession to start off this game. It'll be interesting to see how that shifts throughout. The Mariners have probably had the better of the opportunities so far. And Adelaide will be looking to control the game on their terms. Indeed, the Mariners, they only seem to have a shot so far, and they've had 4 of them. Jenkins called into action 3 times. You'd have to think that Coach Emily Husband will be happy with her team's efforts so far. But you just know with Adelaide, it takes 1 misplaced pass and an absolutely lethal front 3. Here's one of them, Healy, trying to play it into Zorba, but it's defended away. Leon, her delivery into the middle, Condon. Playing it through to Zorba across the face of goal. Hodgson is there to recycle possession. Morgan played all the way back. Through to Condon. Lovely ball there. And now another opportunity to put it in. Hodgson. This time Defended away by Seaman, and then Brooke Nunn. Even though Adelaide still haven't had that shot, they do just look so ominous from a Mariners perspective every time they have the ball. Well, there's a complaint here after that foul by Brooke Nunn. There was late contact on Morgan, and then Morgan's claiming that as she tried to take that quickly, Brooke Nunn then impeded her, which I believe is the issue and the thing that she's complaining to the referee about. The referee will just have a word to Nunn. We'll go back to a more conventional set-piece delivery here for Adelaide. So Dylan Holmes, the player standing over this one. Two players in the Mariners' wall. Holmes' delivery. McNamara's there. It's come out to Leon. Blocked away by Taylor A. Now for a corner. She's got a taste for goal scoring. We'll see Leon after last week. It was a good run at the back post, but the angle just a little too tight. Ray did well to get back and block. Delivery comes to Leon. You see Leon looking for space to shoot. Instead, she'll play it outside the box. Morgan, good touch towards the byline. The crossing and the header. Langman is there. Aaron Healy rose the highest, but couldn't get it past the Mariners custodian, Ian Langman. Of course, Sarah Langman started her A-League women's career at Adelaide, spent 4 seasons between 2016 and 2020 in red. Indeed, it was when she was at Adelaide that she received a call-up to the Matilda squad in November 2019. Didn't make an appearance, but that was the kind of form she was in then. Ball in, a very good one. Really did well to win the header, but came in perfectly positioned. Despite the chances that the Mariners have had, Adelaide with more final third entries as it stands, they have looked to be just controlling the game a little bit more, but it's still very, very even. It's always the case. It seems a silly thing to say, but you get the feeling that the first goal will be very, very important to just breaking open this game. Will it come from this Adelaide attack? No. Rowe back to take it out of play. And Koenig activating the press there, and it's worked out well for the Mariners because they'll win the ball back via a throw. Of course, the press doesn't always have to involve directly winning the ball back. It can just involve putting enough pressure on the defence that they make mistakes like that, and you can win the ball through throw-ins or a long kick that goes back to your defence or your goalkeeper. Clearly, Jade Pennick and Peter Tremis have been given some coaching instructions of when to press, the pressing triggers. Worked out well for them then. And they've lost out the ball here.
Hey, let's bring some numbers over. Numbers over.
Isabel Martin's throw up the line. Looking for Brooke Nunn. Here's some vociferous appeals from the Mariners. They believe that should have been their throw. It probably did come off Nunn last, even though McNamara made the sliding challenge. Collins up to Leon. Healy. Lovely work by the Reds, and that ball in behind. Oh, Condon gave herself up there for offside, because if she was on, she might well have been away then and put Langman under some serious pressure. And even though it didn't result in an opportunity, that is an example of what Adelaide have been able to do this season. It's just lovely work up that flank. Here comes Nunn, making a run through the middle. Still Brooke Nunn, piercing ball in behind. Peter Trimmer's tight angle. Jenkins is there. That was fantastic work from Brooke Nunn. Firstly, to advance the ball that far, and then how about that for a pass in behind? Trimmers just didn't quite get there in time. Might have been up for assist of the month if Trimmers had been able to convert that. That was phenomenal from Nunn. Here's Pennick. Jade Pennick, shot from distance. Flies over the crossbar. So the referee indicating that there will be our first cooling break of the game. There's one cooling break per half this evening. It is a warm one in Adelaide. Of course, the men's game played before this one, and now the second of the doubleheader. The main event on International Women's Day. Both sides an opportunity for a drink and a reset. So let's take a look at the chances so far in this game. Mariners have had more shots. That one from Brooke Nunn, challenging Claudia Jenkins in goal. She was forced to touch it around the post. Nunn really has been central to a lot of what has been good for the Mariners so far. Adelaide, though, they've had their opportunities as well. Probably controlled the run of play more generally. Sarah Morgan did really well here to run around the defenders, put in a ball of quality into Erin Healy. But she wasn't able to get the power required to challenge Langman. So plenty happening so far in Adelaide, but neither side able to break the deadlock just yet. The cooling break giving the coaches a chance to just let the players know there are some more of their instructions from the first quarter of the game. Both coaches quite animated. Natalie Husband of the Mariners, she has this intensity when she speaks, particularly during the game. Really wants to make sure that her players are doing what she's asked of them. Taylor Ray, 23 years of age, formerly of Sydney FC before coming to the Mariners this season. Been doing her job well in defence and in midfield when required. So Jenkins gets us back underway. Adelaide looking to play the ball out from the back. Mariners looking to stop them. Trying to win the ball up high. That's exactly what Martin's done there, even though she's taken it out of play. Just giving the home side something to think about when they are passing it around the back. So 60% possession now for Adelaide. When we looked at that earlier in the game, it was about 55, so they've had more of the ball. That shot's on at goal stat. Yes, the Mariners have had more, but the Reds have certainly had their opportunities as well. That 7-1 is probably slightly misleading. That's maybe a more accurate reflection of the game. The final third entries, 11-3, and Adelaide 9 touches in the opposition box. Jade Pennick adjudged to be a little bit too forceful on Zoe Tolland there, who herself has had a breakout season this time around, the 22-year-old Tolland. In fact, she was nominated for the PFA Player of the Month in February, and rightfully so. She's been fantastic out the back, played nearly every minute for Adelaide. Put under some pressure. She played all the way back to Langman. Evans against two Reds players. Deals for handball, not given. And so Gomez running onto the ball, but it's a vital intervention by Tolland that prevents that ball getting through to an on-rushing Tina Trimmers. If that had made its way through to Trimmers, the goal would have been under a microscope given the potential handball in the lead-up. This was the potential handball. Well, it's come off her body first, but then certainly her arm did propel the ball forward. As well ends well though for Adelaide. Healy, shot from distance. Langman was scrambling. But it was fired wide. And that's the danger of Adelaide. At any point, one of their big guns can turn, shoot, create issues. Holmes. Ray cuts out the ball, but it comes through to Dorber. Dorber's delivery, no one at the back post. So Martin will be able to see it out of play. It's great to see Dylan Holmes up and about for Adelaide. 27 years of age, spent the beginning of the season out with injury. It is her 5th appearance so far this season today. Been such an important part of Adelaide for such a long time. And it's wonderful to see her back out there, affecting play in a red shirt. Healy taking it forward for Condon. Holmes. Well, it was the right idea from Dylan Holmes, but the pass not accurate enough to find its teammate. What can the Mariners do in the final 15 minutes or so of this first half? Goal for the Mariners would be huge in this kind of situation. They are very, very tough to beat. Last time these sides played, it was Adelaide. Came away with the 1-0 win. The Mariners will be looking to break their duck against the Reds this season. Here's Trimmers. Peter Trimmers cutting back to her right foot. The shot's blocked, and Gomez follow-up. Fires it well over the post. Trimmers' first shot blocked by Leon. And Gomez, well, probably a conversion in rugby league, 6 points in Aussie rules. And in football, well and truly over the crossbar. Healy trying to fight her way through and wins a foul. Well, there was 4 or 5 Mariners players surrounding her, and still Healy comes up with the result. Referee judging Evans to have just clipped her there. So Dylan Holmes, once again on free kick taking duties. Only Pennick standing in the wall this time for the Mariners. Delivery towards Dorba. Not cleared away from danger just yet. Martin, though, gets in and none makes sure of it.
Take your time, good. Yes, Owen, take a good touch. Oh, that's even better. Yeah,
Both coaches encouraging their players from the sideline. Adrian Stenter, before Adelaide won that throw. Clearly was offside there, which prevented that opportunity. Before Adelaide won that throw, Adrian Stenter just letting Tolan know. He said, Zoe, take a touch here. She took the touch, it was a very good one, because it won them the throw. So there you go, some coaching encouragement on the sideline. Not sure exactly how much it impacts outcomes on the pitch in the immediate future, but worked that time for Adelaide. Leon to play it down the line immediately for Healy, but Healy would have been in an offside position. The assistant referee was ready to raise the flag. Healy let it run. Stats coming up on your screen at the moment, still indicating a very even game. Evans in the clear here. Shay Evans playing it central, just away from the outstretched leg of Brooke Nunn. And she'd been able to bring that under her control. Things would have been very different now. Here's a ball in behind Adelaide, a one-on-one here. Chelsea Dorba, it's saved by Langman. Sarah Langman's come up big there for the Mariners, and that is the best chance of the game for either side so far. A lovely ball through from Leon. Seaman and Martin were keeping her on side. And Dorba, you'd expect her to score from there. She's been so clinical this season. Maybe had a little bit too much time to think about it. Here's the resulting corner. Headed away by Jess Nash. Nunn not able to chase it down, so it'll go out for a Mariners throw. Of course, Dorba will be disappointed to miss, but there's good goalkeeping from Langman in those one-on-one situations. As a goalkeeper, you want to make sure that you come out. You want to make sure that you make yourself big. Try and cut off the angle as much as you can, and you don't want to go too quickly because that allows the striker to get around you. So she did all of that really, really well there, Langman. She stood tall right until the last possible moment. She saw the shot as it happened. She was far enough out of her goal that the angle was as small as possible, and she was able to make the save. Rooknunn hugging the line, trying to get around Hodgson. Eventually it'll come out to Gomez. Pennick, lead away, sturdy Adelaide defence. Gomez winning a foul, clutching that knee, which is always a bit of a concern. It's very heavily strapped. Right knee. It was an MCL injury that kept her out for so much of the season. That time, Dylan Holmes just clipping the ankle. She'll walk that one off there, Gomez. Maybe just contact with that injured knee hitting the ground on the way through, because Holmes certainly didn't make contact with that part of her leg. It's always a bit ginger when you're coming back from injury like that. Ball delivered in from Nash. Jenkins read it well. Tollins bending off Evans.
Grab and pull it back.
Adrian Stenton not very happy with the challenge from Evans. We were pondering before about the immediate impact that coaches' instructions have when players are actively making decisions on the pitch. They have absolutely far less impact on the referee's decision. It doesn't stop coaches from trying though, or players for that matter. Borba trying to thread it through to Healy. Aaron Healy can't beat Nash, because Nash has done very well there. Now the Mariners in transition. Can't get past Tonkin. Nunn able to keep the ball in play up against McNamara, and wins her side a corner. So the second best outcome in those kinds of situations. The Mariners with an opportunity from a set piece. Taylor 8 once more to take for the Mariners. Low delivery, Jade Pennick fires over the crossbar, and in any case, Annabelle Martin was adjudged to have bring down Aaron Healy. To have brought down Aaron Healy rather, so Pennick getting the shot away, but wouldn't have counted. Clever little set-piece delivery, though. that time the foul going Adelaide's way. Emily Hodgson brought to ground. Dorba through to Healy. Erin Healy. Martin tries to get a foot in. Healy's still going and eventually cleared away. Has this uncanny ability, Erin Healy, to just keep the ball at her feet in those kinds of situations. Wasn't able to get the shot off that time. It was a nice ball through, and that first touch maybe a little bit heavy. Martin came flying in, and it was a well-timed challenge, but it ricocheted back off Healy. Eventually enough Mariners defenders were back to deal with the danger. Jenkins' ball direct to Dorba, as she wasn't able to affect it to her advantage. And Adelaide, throughout the course of this season, probably more likely than the Mariners to go for those kinds of direct balls. Outrage there from Emily Hodgson after Pennick kicked the ball away. Pennick was saying, well, there's another ball there. Hodgson wasn't happy. I don't think she was convinced with Pennick's reasoning here. That's fantastic. Pennick saying, who, me? Just trying to get the game started faster. Healy, now to Leon. Back to Erin Healy. Leon. Plenty of red shirts in the middle. Healy coming wide. In battle with none. And eventually wins a throw. Leon's throw, good one. Looking for Condon, but Ray move her all the way. Great to hear the vocal support in the stands for Adelaide. Here's Healy. Erin Healy. Straight through to Langman. Chelsea Dorba was making that run at the near post. It would have been very challenging for the Mariners had she gotten it such, but Chris Nash marshalled her well. So 3 minutes of stoppage time. Can either side pushing a goal before the break? You'd imagine it would be a wonderful time to score for either side and pretty devastating time to concede as well. Certainly as the game's gone on, Adelaide have probably been the side that's looked more likely, but again, the Mariners consistently dangerous. Brooke Nunn has been wonderful in midfield so far. Pennick, Evans making themselves busy, Gomez as well. Evans that time. Too much on the challenge and a yellow card produced. She has committed a few fouls today, Shay Evans. And that is too heavy on Leon, which is why the referee has produced the yellow card. No hard feelings between Leon and Evans. It is Adelaide who will have maybe one final opportunity in the half can make this set piece opportunity work. McNamara's free kick. It'll go over row. Dorba trying to put it in, blocked away for a corner. That looked dangerous, but the angle too tight. Shot blocked. And this might just be the final action of the half here. Condon walking over to take the corner. Sarah Morgan just coming on, having to deal with the second ball on the pitch. And now here we go. What can Adelaide do? Only moments before the half-time break. Into the mixer. Leon was there. Cleared away by the Mariners. Leon's become the target of set pieces for Adelaide. Nash heading away. Maybe the Mariners in transition. Panic. Evans won't get there. None might though. Good sliding effort to keep the ball out of Brooke Nunn's hands, and it will be half-time here in Adelaide. Still scoreless. The home side, the team that have looked the more likely as the half has worn on, but the Mariners with plenty of opportunities of their own. And you just imagine whoever scores that first goal in the second half will be very, very important. Half-time, it is Adelaide United 0, Central Coast Mariners 0. So let's take a look at how the first half played out. The Mariners, a number of opportunities early. Lydia Jenkins all over them as she has been for much of this season. Brooke Nunn central to almost everything that the Mariners produced in that half. This shot requiring an intervention from Jenkins to ensure that it didn't nestle itself into the top of the net. But then Adelaide, they built into the game as it went. They had more possession. And this opportunity here. This ball from Morgan right onto the head of Erin Healy, the American striker. Langman was right there to claim. Healy again making herself busy and taking strikes from outside the area. That one went wide, but you can see the danger on the shot, by the way, in the reactor. This was the best opportunity of the half. Chelsea Dorba one-on-one with Langman. And Langman did exceptionally well to palm it away. Chelsea Dorba, in the form she's in, 7 goals this season. You would have expected her to tuck that one away. So the tale of the first half in stats so far, Adelaide United with more possession and more XG. A lot of that you'd imagine would have come from that Dorba opportunity. The Mariners though, 8 shots on goal, 4 shots on target. They are absolutely in this, and there is plenty to come in the second half. have already been played in round 18 of the Ninja A-League this weekend. Let's take a look at the results so far and the matches yet to be played. So on Friday night, the Perth Glory, a 3-0 thumping of Western United. Not many people would have seen that coming. Earlier today, the Newcastle Jets defeated Sydney FC 1-0 thanks to a goal to Sheridan Gallagher. Of course, half-time in the game at the moment, still scored between Adelaide United and the Central Coast Mariners. And then coming up tomorrow, we have the Wellington Phoenix taking on the Western Sydney Wanderers and Melbourne Victory hosting Canberra United. That game between Brisbane Roar and Melbourne City has been postponed due to ex-tropical cyclone Alfred. That will be rescheduled. Just keep an eye on the A-League socials and website for the latest on that one. Well, time now to take a look of tomorrow's first matchup in New Zealand. The Wellington Phoenix will be desperate for a home win when they host the Western Sydney Wanderers.
Ninja A-League football is back at Porirua Park as Wellington Phoenix will welcome Western Sydney Wanderers, who are flying at the minute. Starting off with the Knicks currently. It's disappointing to see them obviously suffer that defeat against Adelaide, and it felt like they were kind of undone by set pieces often. So how did they kind of avoid that from happening again?
Yeah, look, they'll have to definitely have an in-depth analysis of the set pieces they conceded from, and they'll need to tweak a few frailties in the marking and clearing of the ball to avoid a repeat.
How about the Wanderers? 3 straight wins, their best win streak since March last year. It's been exactly 1 year. And I mean, we've seen this momentum continue to build. Their confidence grows every game. What do you put that down to?
Look, they're really playing to their strengths now, and they've got more squad depth with the return of Holly Caspers. I think her impact has been immediate with goals scored, and that's the most important thing. But just her presence out there as an experienced player has really helped them.
We can't talk about this Wanderers side without mentioning Sienna Silvesca. She's coming off that Young Matildas tournament, walked away with the Golden Boot and also picked up the assist in the last game for Liv Price's goal as well. How impressed are you with the consistency we're starting to see from her?
Look, she's a brilliant player, and hat off to Sienna Silvesca. She made the move back to the Wanderers, which has worked wonders for her and her career, and it's a very mature decision to make to return to a team that, a rival team that you used to play for. So she knows she needed consistent game time. She's getting that now, and it's helped her build that consistency that she's needed to show exactly the quality player she can be, and now she's doing it at all levels.
She's made the most of the opportunity and certainly hasn't disappointed any Wanderers fan out there. Well, we can't wait to see how this one plays out. The Wanderers paying a visit to Wellington Phoenix. Catch it live on Paramount Plus or 10 Play.
Well, let's hear from the Wellington camp as they prepare for tomorrow's clash.
I don't think it's necessarily one thing, but lots of things have kind of added up to that. It was definitely kind of the flattest performance we've had of the season, especially at home, where we've been full of energy and raring to go, and often taking it to the opposition and pressing high. We just couldn't really find that energy and that rhythm at all. So, yeah, pretty disappointing performance. I think we're all quite gutted. I think sometimes, in football, you win, you lose, you draw, and when you lose, you want to lose at least going down, fighting and playing your way and doing it your way. So that was what was most disappointing about the weekend, is we didn't even really show much of our identity as a team at all, and lost the game. So that they're the hardest ones to swallow. Rediscovering what we're all about, and we've talked about that, and especially in our sort of tactical preparations, like what we're about, what we've been good at, what's been getting us to success, and what's kind of enabled us to perform in good ways. And last time out, we played Western Sydney. We were very good. It was probably arguably our best performance of the season. So we've got kind of a good memory of that first game. But yeah, for us, we just need to focus on ourselves. I think, that Sydney are going to provide actually a pretty tough test, because they're on good form, and they've really changed. Since the change of coach, they've really sort of got a lot more solid, and obviously picked up a lot more points. So definitely something we need to be aware of. But the main focus for us is just getting ourselves right and getting back to what we do.
For me, I want a reaction from the players. I want us to step up. I want to see that hunger, that fight. And we talk about Porirua Park being our kind of fortress, and I think we let that slip in the weekend. So I want to see that come back. I think it'll be very different. I think they're coming off a bit of form. I think 3 wins in a row, and so we've got to take them. I guess not softly. We need to do our work, work in training this week, and come out and be prepared to kind of win those duels battles, so we can earn the right to play. For us, it is that do or die time. And I think there is a bit of kind of that unfinished business we speak about a lot, but I really want to make finals, and I hope my team do too. So I'm going to be driving them, and we'll be out there to get 3 points.
Well, next weekend marks the beginning of the A-League's Pride celebrations. The headline match will be on the 29th of March when Melbourne Victory hosts Adelaide United for the 3rd Pride Cup. Victory defender Emily Gielnik explains the celebrations for the day.
Hey, I'm Emily Gielnik from Melbourne Victory. I'm here to tell you about our Pride celebrations in the Ninja A-League and the Isuzu U A-League. We are the first league in the world to hold simultaneous men's and women's Pride celebrations.
This very special weekend for the A-Leagues.
This is our 3rd season of Pride celebrations, so please show your support by attending our Pride Cup doubleheader against Adelaide United and help us make football accessible and inclusive for everyone.
Pride Cup, always a fantastic occasion. If you're in Melbourne, make sure you get down to that one. Well, Adelaide United players back on the pitch in their huddle awaiting the return of their opposition. Still scoreless here in Adelaide between Adelaide United and the Central Coast Mariners. Both sides have had their opportunities, the best coming for Adelaide. It fell to the feet of Chelsea Dorber, a one-on-one opportunity that Sarah Langman was able to save. Apart from that, it's been a fairly even game, even though Adelaide have had more possession and perhaps have controlled the game more. The Mariners have created lots of opportunities. They've looked busy. Brooke Nunn in particular has been very, very dangerous in midfield for the Mariners. So plenty to think about for this Adelaide side. A little shake of the head there from Claudia Jenkins, just wondering where in the world are the Mariners? We'll have to come back out soon. And Zoe Tolan there, got a lot to think about in defence. Here do come the Mariners back onto the field of play. Maybe an extended team talk there from Emily Husband. They've lost 2 consecutive games leading up to this one. They're desperate to walk away with at least a point, but really they need 3 to stave off the challenges of Canberra United below them, even the Phoenix, even Perth Glory seems to be going on a late run. As soon as it looked like there was separation between numbers 4 to 7 on the table and the teams below them started winning. So it really is still anyone's race for the top 6. The Mariners currently hold that 6th spot, but they need to continue to pick up points if they are going to remain there. Adelaide United, well, they're on a 10-game unbeaten run, and they are looking for 3 points to at least temporarily leapfrog above Melbourne Victory, who are in 2nd, and keep themselves in the premiership race. No substitutions for either side at half-time. It's the home side Adelaide who will get us back underway. And the team that scores first may well be the team that goes on to win this one. Back underway in the second half. It was a scoreless first half, but both teams will be confident in their ability to create chances, to make things happen, and they'll be hoping to walk away with all 3 points. The Mariners, if they can do so, it will be crucially important to their quest to finish in the top 6. Adelaide will want to leapfrog Melbourne Victory in 2nd and keep themselves in that 3-horse race to finish top of the table. The Mariners were in possession early. Nice turn from Gomez, looking to thread the needle. But Elliot Sonkin is there. Evans in a battle, wins the foul. So early in the second half, it's the Mariners in a little bit of ascendancy. Not too much in that, perhaps Dylan Holmes just pulling Evans back a little bit there. That is what she seems to be indicating, touching the shoulder. Ball in from Taylor Ray, all the way to Gomez, who plays it across goal. Seaman back to Evans. Evans to the edge of the area, and you have to say that is a wasted opportunity there for the Mariners. Maybe Dorber will make something happen in transition, but Nash prevents her from going any further. Really, Seaman just needed to turn and shoot there. And she's a defender. She doesn't have those striker's instincts. It's a tough ask, but as soon as she got the ball, she looked around. She thought, where are my teammates? She was the player in space. She was probably the one that needed to just unleash and have a crack there. Anyway, play continues. Oh, high interception here. Pennick, Jade Pennick, reverse pass. Peter Trimmis was offside. Adelaide might have gotten away with one there. She wasn't able to beat McNamara in any case, but it may well have fallen back to her at the edge of the area. And again, the offside flag getting in the way of an attack. We've seen that a few times for both sides so far in this game. Gomez heading it forward. None off and chasing. Tonkin. Great work from Tonkin to take it up the line. Keep the ball in here for Adelaide. Hodgson. Tonkin. All the way back to Jenkins. Required to do so much work in that Mariners midfield. She was looking for the option to drop in there when she won the ball and didn't see it forthcoming, so had to play it back. And here are Adelaide, Morgan playing it forward to Dorber. Chelsea Dorber across the face of goal. Ray gets there and he's able to clear. Tonkin doing really well again. Healy through to Dorber. Dorber central, Erin Healy in space, still Erin Healy! And she opens the scoring for Adelaide! The American striker has been on fire! And she gets herself on the score sheet yet again. Erin Healy started this move here, playing it into Dorber. Ball coming back to her, takes a wonderful touch around Martin and then gets it underneath Langman. That is a touch of class, that little feint to go the other way. The 6th goal of the season. She is enjoying her football at the moment. Her family in the country from the United States. To watch this game, to watch that goal. She was reunited with them last week. And how they would have loved to witness that today. So it's the home side who score that crucial first goal. And Erin Healy, the player to do it. What can the Mariners produce now? They have to play a little bit less conservatively in order to try to create that opportunity for the goal. How does it change the way that they play? Do we see some substitutions soon? Emily Husband, who is she thinking that can come on? So much to think about now. That is not the way the Mariners wanted to start the second half. Indeed, it was they who had a couple of opportunities to start the second 45, but the clinical touch of Erin Healy gets the job done for Adelaide so far. Well, now have defending to do here. Nunn. Brooke Nunn driving into the penalty area. Still Nunn. Trying to cut it back. Tolland marshals her very well. Nunn. Cross in. It's deflected away. Evans is there. Evans commits a foul. There's on a yellow card, Shay Evans, so she'll have to be careful. That foul not worthy of anything more than just a foul. A bit too forceful on Hodgson. is the ruling of the referee. Healy to Leon. Leon trying to play it forward. Holmes helps it on its way. Hodgson. Hodgson's ball in behind. Dorber couldn't get there. There was an offside flag anyway. Adelaide protesting because at the very beginning of the move, they believed that they should have been awarded a foul. There was no signal of advantage given. So I think that it was just let go by the referee. Healy turning away again. Dorber. Will Dorber get there? She will. Langman saves. Side flag was up again. Well, Langman has been foiling Dorber today. She was well offside on that occasion. That's the second one-on-one that Langman has saved. Maybe because of their time playing together. They would have played 3 seasons together between 2017 and 2020. So maybe Langman just aware of the way that Dorber plays and is able to prevent those one-on-one opportunities as a result. The Mariners will have to do something that they haven't done so far this season. That's win a game away from home when they've conceded the first goal. Sarah Rowe. The ball in is dealt with by Morgan. Adelaide not letting up yet. Healy again. Condon trying to play that ball in behind. Done that a lot today. Maybe a problem here after that challenge. Dylan Holmes. It looked like after the challenge, she may have hit her face here, yeah. Maybe on the follow-through there, Nunn's knee might have accidentally just clipped her there. It was accidental, it was on her way down. She was trying to steady herself. Well, some substitutions here. Matilda McNamara makes way. Tiana Karambassis comes on against her former club. And Nanako Sasaki getting ready to come on. She'll replace the goal scorer, Aaron Healy. So 2 very interesting substitutions here from Adrian Stenter. 2 key players to his side come off. Aaron Healy, after scoring the goal, that gave his side the lead. And then Matilda McNamara, a defender, a centre-back, coming off for Tiana Karambassis. Very interesting decisions. Karambassis, well, she was at the Mariners last season. In fact, her one and only A-League women's goal that she scored was for the Mariners against Adelaide. But she is playing for Adelaide this season, made the move over to South Australia. after playing her NPL in Queensland. So she's been around the country and will play her part against her former side today.
That's excellent. Now the steps are narrow.
Nash striding forward. Evans taking a touch inside and then trying to play in Nunn, who gives up on the ball. Lets it roll out of play for an Adelaide goal kick. For the Mariners, they'll have to look to their bench soon. Lily McMahon, a speedster, the 20-year-old Tiana Fuller, Annalise Rasmussen. Both have scored goals this season. Fuller with 4. Rasmussen with 3. So there are options in the attacking department. Looking to create something here. Gomez. And just play it over the top. It's bounced kindly for Nunn. And she wasn't able to control it. It was dealt with well at the back by Adelaide. They may well be preparing some substitutions here, the Mariners. That may well have been the signal from Emily Husband. Have to wait and see who they decide to bring on to try and get themselves back in this game. Intercepted high. Not taken advantage of that time by Adelaide.
Sarah across, Sarah across.
So it looks like the 2 substitutions that are getting ready for the Mariners will be Annalise Rasmussen and Tiana Fuller. So the 2 teenagers, Fuller only 16 years of age, coming on to try and inject some life into this Mariners team, because at the moment it is Adelaide really asserting themselves. Hodgson trying to play it forward, and Evans. Well, Evans on a yellow, and that is what the Adelaide players and crowd and coach is pointing out. Evans has lunged into that challenge on Hodgson. This is a big decision for the referee, and the card is out of the pocket. So Shay Evans receives a 2nd yellow card and is sent off here for the Mariners. Well, she may well have been just about to be subbed off. She came in late with that challenge, and as a result receives a 2nd yellow card. So that was the first card in the first half for Evans. And then this challenge right here that we've just seen, it was unnecessary on Hodgson. It was late and she knew straight away, Evans. So the 23-year-old sends off. The Mariners will have to battle their way back into this game with 10 players. And if it was a challenging task already, it just got even harder. Condon's delivery from the free kick. Tonkin is there. Martin able to take it out of play. That would have added insult to injury if the Reds had scored from that resulting free kick. That was the 5th foul committed by Evans, more than any other player in this game, and that was the risk that she was running. She knew she was on the yellow. Husband was likely readying to take her off the pitch with those attacking substitutions incoming. Ash almost playing herself into some trouble. They have to reassess their shape here, the Mariners. They do train this, training. And the ball's come through here to Hodgson. Hodgson, oh, got it across to Leon. You see Leon's touch, takes it away from her. Against Martin. Well, Martin uses her strength well. Gomez. Won't get there. Adelaide will retain possession. Here come the Mariners in transition. Gomez trying to do it all herself here. She's got targets, none arriving at the back post. That is where the ball was aimed. But it's headed away well by Solent. Hodgson playing it central to Condon. Leon been given license today. Leon's cross in, too close to the keeper. Langman can come out and claim. The crowd right into this now because they know that their side, their Adelaide United, are well and truly on top now. Not only do they have the goal advantage, they have the player advantage as well. Stranger things have happened. That's what the Mariners will be telling themselves. But Adelaide are very good for this game at the moment. Here come the Mariners. Nunn. Brooke Nunn. Towards the back post, Panic! Got it such, but not enough of it. The connection between Nunn and Panic will be crucial if they are to get themselves back in this game. So we will see those two substitutions now. Peter Trimmis making way as Tiana Fuller awaits. Jess Seaman, the other player, coming off, the defender, and Annalise Rasmussen will replace her. So two attacking players coming on. One attacking player coming off, but just Seaman, a defender, also coming off. So there will be a reshuffle in the Mariners formation as they grapple with the 30 minutes that they have to play with 10. Rasmussen and Fuller will both add some spark into the team. Annalise Rasmussen, a Gosford local from the Central Coast Mariners Academy. She joined the club, had its reintroduction into the competition last season. Jenkins happy to make the other substitute, young Fuller, run at her. Tiana Fuller was selected for the young Matildas that played in the recent international window. As Dorber, Chelsea Dorber, denied by Langman and also denied by the offside flag. Assistant referee says, well, you need to stop being offside and I'll stop flagging you. That's what that little shrug said. But Fuller, yes, was selected from that squad, but she was withdrawn just with a minor niggle. So it was okay to come off the bench last week against the Wanderers. Another substitution just being readied here.
Sleeves down, please, as well.
Not quite yet, but Adelaide will be the team making that change. Also heard the fourth official laying down the law. Sleeves down. Got to make sure you're wearing the uniform to code. Well, that's sleeves up business. The fourth official, Daniel Cook, on the sideline. playing it into Nunn. Brooke Nunn turning away from Hodgson. Nunn's ball forward was looking for the run of Fuller, but too much on it. It was the right idea. And Nunn again showing her ability on the ball to make that run. So players coming off for a cooling break, 1 per half. Temperatures still hovering in the low to mid 30s in Adelaide this evening. It is a warm one, so it's 1 cooling break per half to ensure that players can get their fluids in. Put out some cold towels as well. Also get some instructions from their coaches. It comes at an opportune time for the Mariners, who are hoping to get themselves back into this game with that goal. They've had the substitutions. To do so with 10 is very, very difficult. Well, Adelaide United, that is a tough schedule ahead of them. Melbourne City, the undefeated premiers. Brisbane Roar, who, well, perhaps it doesn't look as ominous of a task as it did a few weeks ago. Melbourne Victory, the team who started this round ahead of them in second. Western United, another top 6 side. And then Sydney FC. So plenty of challenges ahead. I want to make sure that they hold on to these 3 points this evening if they can. For the Mariners, well, they have the Perth Glory at home. Of course, Perth in Perth, a very different proposition to Perth at home in Gosford, but still will be a challenging game. Wellington Phoenix in Wellington, that's always a tough away trip. Then the Brisbane Roar, Melbourne Victory and Newcastle. So, well, the Mariners, they need to start picking up points. They have Canberra United hot on their tail. That game against the Wellington Phoenix could turn into a 6-pointer as well, given how many home games that the Phoenix have in the final few weeks of the season. They've got the talent, the Mariners. They are a well-drilled side. Em Husband, widely regarded as one of the best coaches in the competition as well. But they are hanging on to their top 6 place by a thread. I would love to find a way to, against the odds, get a point in this one if they can. Dorber, probably thinking to herself, can't be offside if I pass the ball to myself, but couldn't beat Nash in defence. Press from Adelaide going to provide a headache for the Mariners, and indeed it was intercepted in midfield, so that press did work. Morgan not able to control the ball there. So Chrissy Panigaris will be coming onto the pitch for Adelaide United. Dylan Holmes making way. Holmes put in a good shift today. Busy in midfield on set-piece duties as well. Still working her way into the season. A successful 5th appearance for her. Chrissy Panigaris, 25 years of age, has been at Adelaide for 3 seasons in and around the squad. It's fascinating to see the Mariners, the way that they have been attacking in this game. 56% of their attack has come down that right-hand side. You just wonder if they need to change that up a little bit if they are to find the breakthrough. There's a significant amount of their play coming down one side. Taylor Ray's delivery. It's over the top of everyone. Gomez turning to the referee and asking a question about something. Penix, ball back, have to be chased down and retrieved by Nash, who played all the way back to her keeper. Long ball from Langman. Jenkins is there and no doubt make Pennick run all the way over. It's not quite time to start time wasting for Adelaide, but you can take off a few seconds and make the opposition striker run. It's a sort of no-lose situation for a goalkeeper. Fancy footwork from Rasmussen, but she was going the wrong way. Eventually is brought to ground by Hodgson and wins the foul. She's actually probably a bit like Erin Healy in her style, in that she's tall and kind of languid in her running style. And good job today to try and put the ball in the back of the net. Pennick driving inside. No cross blocked away. Gomez. Will delivered in by Martin. Jenkins able to claim. And Claudia Jenkins has already broken the Adelaide United all-time record for clean sheets. The one here is just another one to her tally if she can. Panigaris is struggling after a bit of a collision from Nash. She's okay. Lovely ball played forward into the path of Dorba. She's got Panigaris on her inside. Play the ball quick enough. Instead, will come through to Condon. Emily Condon battling. Hodgson trying to put pressure on Nash. Nash is going to play a way out of trouble here. That pass, not the way to do it. Leon gets there. The back heel to Dorba. Chelsea, Dorba! Langman saves. In those situations, if you're a Mariners fan, you're probably screaming at the TV from back home in Gosford to say, Jess Nash, please just clear that into the stands, because she dilly-dallied on the ball and then played that pass across goal. Annabelle Martin was there able to block. We will have a stoppage in play though, because Chelsea Dorba requires some treatment here. And a head clash. That was from earlier. Nash on Chrissy Panigaris, the substitute. Play wasn't stopped then. And now it's Dorba who's receiving some attention. Nishan Dewey is the other player on the bench for Adelaide, if she is required, the young Matilda, 17 years of age. She's a midfielder. So it wouldn't quite be like for like if it is Dorba who needs to go off. Quite see what happened there. May have just been the impact of the ball. Anyone that's played football can tell you those ones hurt. They really, really do. And she is smiling as she walks off, so that's a good sign.
That's our ball, Daniel. Daniel, how's that not our ball? We had it. That's okay, they're going to play.
Martin's ball in. Pennick, offside. And another attack stymied by that offside flag. Leon picks up the ball high. Dorber. It's intercepted. The Mariners trying to make something happen in transition. Rowe back to Nash. Gomez. Rowe. The touch was heavy. Has come back to Gomez. Adelaide. Good work to move the ball up the pitch. Sasaki, the substitute, trying to play it to Panigaris. Was getting in the way well. So another substitution here for the Mariners. It's Sarah Rowe who is making way, and the youngster Blake Hughes coming on for her second appearance in the competition. She played her NPLW football for the Northern Tigers. She is from America. She moved here with her family as a teenager, and now only 17 years of age is making her mark on the Ninja A-League. It's fantastic to see. That's a fantastic long throw as well. It's found the run of Rasmussen. Annalise Rasmussen to the byline. Jenkins couldn't claim it, and Fuller almost managed to direct it on goal. Well, that was so close to an impact here from the two substitutes. Jenkins wasn't able to catch it. It rebounded off the back of an Adelaide defender, and Fuller, well, she didn't have much time to think about it. She was just there. And it didn't ricochet in an advantageous way for the 16-year-old. Hughes again, a nice touch. Nunn's ball in. Jenkins this time claims and dives on the ball for good measure. Well, the Mariners just recently looking a little bit livelier. Here's Hughes again, running into space, the youngster. She's trying to make things happen herself. Back to Nunn, Brooke Nunn. Nutmeg into the box. Gomez is there, Pennick. Jade Pennick, can she retrieve it? Great goalkeeping from Jenkins. Timed exceptionally well. And was able to stifle the ball. Well, Claudia Jenkins was the guest on Dub Zone this week, and she explained that when Adelaide United keep a clean sheet, the defenders, the team gets donuts. So I'll be looking forward to that if they can keep the Mariners out. But more importantly, and more pressingly, they need to withstand this little onslaught here. It's a great save from Jenkins there, and then just a little clash here between Nash and Hodgson, meaning that the Mariners will have another chance from a free kick. The substitutes are doing the trick here for Emily Husband to play it down. It's the Mariners who are looking busy at the moment. Ray's delivery, all the way to the back post. Rasmussen met the header, and Fuller not able to reel it in. Again, Rasmussen, Fuller, substitutes, the players involved. Annabelle Martin, well, she doesn't need the captain's armband to throw herself around, Martin. She is well regarded as an incredibly committed player. She is the kind of player that will run for days, will really do everything she possibly can for whatever team she's playing in. And right now, She's doing everything she can for the Mariners. But it is Adelaide on the break here. Panigaris got Hodgson on her inside. It'll come to Hodgson. Wonderful challenge from Gomez. A last-ditch slide challenge in the penalty area. She had to time it perfectly, and she did. She's shown glimpses today, Gomez, why she was in Matilda's form before her injury. Here's Pennick. No cross in, blocked away. Let's take a look at this again. It came off Ray, and then Gomez did so well to see that ball away. Adelaide United, their final substitution, it will be Sian Dewey, the player coming on. She's replacing Emily Condon. Dewey, fresh off young Matilda's duty. She missed last week as a result and is back on the pitch today. She's a midfielder, Dewey. Maybe not as creative as the likes of Condon, but probably looking to get up and about. Sarah Morgan and Jess Nash both getting a talking to, both pleading their innocence. Hands in the air. It wasn't me, ref, it wasn't me. Here's the corner delivery. Ball back in and cleared away.
Easy, Tom, easy.
It was in fact a throw-in. Blake Hughes, somewhat of a specialist. Here come Adelaide. Dorber. Leon. Dewey not able to keep it under control. Time beginning to run out here for the Mariners. Now, credit to them, it has been them who have been pushing for this equaliser, even with the player down. Shay Evans given a second yellow card early in the second half, indeed in the 61st minute, where they've spent the majority of this second half a player down. Just in this last 5-10 minutes, with the injection of fresh legs. They're really looking to make a game of this. Hughes, great turn. The youngster getting to the byline. Hughes, the ball back in, evades none. She's got a lot about her, Blake Hughes. Foul going the way of Adelaide that time. That one there from Gomez, and that was the contact that was given a foul in the end. It's been great to have Adrian Stenter as a co-commentator today, right next to the effects mic. He's saying, what about the first one? Oh, Adelaide get themselves the free kick in the end. None. Annabelle Martin. Martin's delivery all the way to the back post. Rasmussen couldn't direct it on the frame of goal. In fact, it came off an Adelaide defender, so it'll go out for a corner. Great ball in from Martin. And it was Tiana Karen-Bassis who got the crucial touch. Suddenly, it is all Mariners. Ray's ball. The shot in. A touch from the Mariners, but it's gone wide of goal. Nunn was the player who was rushing in. She cannot believe she's missed the target there. So it was touched off Martin, and then Nunn. Looked harder to miss. Well, they've had their chances, the Mariners, tonight. There was a period of time where it looked to be Adelaide domination, but time is well and truly past. And Taylor Ray just lashing out a little bit there at Panagaris. Nothing major. Just a little bit of feeling in this one. Mariners can feel themselves getting back into the game. They can feel this equaliser coming. Adelaide, they're still favourites to hold on. They've got the extra player. They've got the form behind them, 10 unbeaten. One's ball in behind will be gathered by Gomez. Cheeky back heel from an offside position. Mariners will look to take this quickly as we approach the end of regulation time. Hughes. There's a foul. Well, it's been very, very positive signs from the youngster in only his second appearance. There's a foul here, Hodgson making the contact. Minutes of added time here. That'll give the Mariners a little bit more of a boost. Ball delivered in, all the way through to the back post. Play it brought to ground, appeals for a penalty not given. It was Jess Nash on the spot who believes that she was fouled. Here come the Mariners again, none. Ball in again. Adelaide managed to scramble it away that time. It's come out to Hughes. Blake Hughes thought about shooting. Turning back inside, play to the edge of the area, Nash. Not the shot that she wanted. Probably not the top of her skill set, shooting from that kind of range. Well, here, it came off Gomez, and then you can be the judge at home. It may well depend on what colour shirt that you are watching the game from. I think there was too much contact in that. So 5.5 minutes here for the Mariners to produce what would be a sensational equaliser. It is Adelaide in possession. Dorber playing the ball for Chelsea. Dorber to seal it for Adelaide. Great last-ditch defending from Jess Nash. The slide challenge gets the ball away. Dorber has had no luck from those one-on-one situations today. She beat Nash at the first time of asking, but Nash never gave up. He managed to get back to block the shot away. Pensive faces on the Mariners bench. Time is running out. Will Adelaide try and keep the ball in the corner here? Look like they might. Steely on. And Renato Sasaki combining, and the Mariners win the throw. So Martin wanted to take it quickly, is frustrated by lack of options. Eventually she will take the throw. Fuller. A little 1-2 with none. Sasaki, the sliding challenge. No foul, but the Mariners still in possession. Crucially for the visitors. Martin's throw up the line. Gomez is there. Gomez, frustrated clap of the hands. It's not the ball she wanted to play in. The gaps will open up in the Mariners' defence now as they look to push forward. Ball played through. Tanagaris. So Tanagaris looking to put in the cross and it deflects off Nash. They'll take all the seconds they can. Adelaide United. Their home fans won't mind one bit. They're here to watch football, but they're here to watch their team win. So if they take it to the corner, that won't bother them in the slightest. Mariners win the ball back. Gomez trying to play it to her team's advantage. Dorber to Dewey. Dewey trying to play it into Tanagaris, but now she's there. None. None. Keeping possession, driving forward, trying to do too much. You can understand why. Taylor Ray manages to get there ahead of Dorber. 2.5 minutes. Mariners win a free kick.
Hey, what the fuck is that? Tiana! Why?
Apologies for some colourful language there from Adrian Stenser. And this crowd is enjoying what they're seeing at the moment. The team has 2 or so minutes to hold on. With 3 points. His delivery. Jenkins can claim and will dive on the ball, take all the time she can. The rule is 6 seconds, of course, but goalkeepers generally have a little bit more leeway than that. Bouncing the ball does nothing to that 6-second rule, despite popular belief.
Drop off, Chelsea's going long. Chelsea, drop! Going long.
Nash. Deliver a ball in here for the Mariners. Leon is there to block away. Tanagaris. You can imagine if she can get it under control, she'll try and run for the hills. Taylor Ray cuts that out. Puts in another ball. Panic! Couldn't get the touch. He was offside in any case. And that might be that for the Mariners. Depends all on the generosity of the referee here. Isabella Cooper. 30 more seconds plus however much she deems appropriate. Leon. Will she run into the corner here? Will she cut inside? Lucia Leon trying to find Tanagaris. Nash deals with it well. That can only play it out for an Adelaide throw. Will be played into the corner now. Tanagaris take her time. 2 Mariners players trying to win it off her. Eventually they do so, but it comes out to Dewey. This really would be the late show if the Mariners could do something now. Adrian Stenser pointing at his watch. The Reds win it back. Leon. Dorber. Tanagaris. It's got to be now or never for the Mariners. Rasmussen. Touch out in front of her. Annalise Rasmussen hits and hopes. Straight at Sonkin. And Adelaide United hold on. It was a brave effort from the Mariners, who had to play a third of the game with 10. They pushed and they pushed, But Adelaide United held on a goal early in the second half to Erin Healy, the difference. 2 1-0 victories for Adelaide United against the Central Coast Mariners this season. It puts Adelaide temporarily, at least, up to second on the ladder. 11 games unbeaten, a momentous unbeaten run for them in the history of the club. So full time in Adelaide, it's Adelaide United 1, Central Coast Mariners 0. So here are the highlights. Adelaide United are applying the pressure. Central Coast Mariners as well, looking to make things happen, but eventually it was the Reds who broke through. Erin Healy, a wonderful little 1-2, a great fake to get around Annabelle Martin to fool the Mariners captain. And found her way, found the ball into the back of the net. Right there, that is the class of Healy, of the Irish-American, looking to represent Ireland.